So you're thinking about moving to Gilbert and your budget is in the $500,000 to $600,000 price range, then stick around because in today's video, I'm going to show you 4 different homes that fall right within that price point. And we're going to drive all around Gilbert, and so we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Jake Augeri, and I'm a local market expert here in the Gilbert area. I get calls and texts from people all the time who are looking to make a move here and are wondering, about various schools and neighborhoods and restaurants and all of those sorts of things. And so if that's you, would you give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email? I would love to be a resource for you. I'm standing today outside of one of my favorite places in all of Gilbert. This is Joe's Farm Grill, and it is a restaurant that is situated right in the heart of Gilbert. Just about a half mile north of us is the 202 to get you wherever you need to go, and they make some amazing food. My family comes here often, and we get the farm burger with bacon and cheddar cheese and french fries. Oh, it's delicious, and you can see they've got some amazing huge trees here. And really, this is kind of a staple of Gilbert. People love this area. The family who owns this restaurant also owns a number of different restaurants all throughout Gilbert in the downtown area, and I'll show you that on another video. But I'm so excited to show you around today at this price point. We are going to be all over the place. So stick around, and I will see you at our first stop. All right, we are coming up on our first stop here. This is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath property that is listed at $515,000. It has 2,138 square foot, so that puts the price per square foot at right around a little bit less than $241. And so in Gilbert, at the time we're recording it, the average is $280, so we're really low, but this is a unique neighborhood. We're in a spot called Coulee Station, and so these homes open up to each other. So there's kind of a walkway and a common area in the front yard, and then the garages are in the back. And so some people really like the communal feel. Other people would prefer to have some more space. I know some people who live in this neighborhood and they seem to really enjoy it. And so in terms of location, we're right in the heart of Gilbert, so we're on Wrecker Road in between Ray and Warner. And overall, this is a super central location. You can get to really anywhere you want to go in Gilbert. And so let's take a drive around the neighborhood, and I will see you at our next stop. All right, we are coming up on our next stop here right behind me. This is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath, 1,787 square foot property that is listed at $545,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $304, $305, which is a little high for Gilbert, but we are in one of my absolute favorite neighborhoods in really all of the valley. This is called Agritopia, and it is a series of neighborhoods that were built on farmland that was originally here, and they've also tried to maintain some of that farmland as well, but it has such a great quaint feel to it. A lot of these houses are kind of cottage style, and so it's really quiet, and similar to Coulee Station like we were at our first listing, there is some common area in the middle, but there's a little bit more space and these beautiful winding curves of sidewalk all throughout here. And so you can see that the grass is, there's more space in between each homes. And so Agritopia is really a spot in Gilbert where so many different people want to be. And so I love it here. I would imagine that this property is going to move super fast, even though it is above that average price per square foot here in Gilbert. So I can't wait to drive around and show you just the space here. It is beautiful. So we'll drive around, and then I'll see you at our next stop. All right, we're coming up on our next listing here. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath, about 1,846 square foot property that is listed at $569,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $308, which is about $28 above the average here in Gilbert. But with this property, we are not in an HOA neighborhood, which is super rare for Gilbert. The majority of the homes that we've seen in our tours are found in HOAs, but this is one of the rare ones that you'll find that's not. And overall, I mean, the neighborhood, it feels pretty good. You see behind me, there's some trash on the street, but not terrible. I would imagine they're just cleaning out and stuff. In terms of location, where we are in between Val Vista and Lindsay on Guadalupe. So right behind us in that main road is Guadalupe. So there's a little bit of road noise, but it's not terrible. And so all in all, in terms of location, where we are is about 1.5 miles north of us is Dana Park. And that's a great shopping center. There's, sushi restaurants there. There's frozen yogurt, a steakhouse, all of those sorts of things. So it's really, you're in kind of a prime central location here in Gilbert. So let's take a drive around and I will see you at our last stop. All right, we are coming up on our final listing here right behind me. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,850 square foot property that is listed at $595,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $321. So we're over the average in Gilbert. But this community, man, have I been excited to show you this. This is called Val Vista Lakes, and this is one of the premier lake communities in Gilbert. I know we've talked about the islands before. We've talked about Lago Estancia, and really the Val Vista Lakes is kind of the pinnacle of lake life in the city in Gilbert here. There's a series of man-made lakes, and so you can get some lakefront property. They've got a great clubhouse that has its own kind of beach with a lake and some volleyball and sand and all of that sort of thing. We had a birthday party here not too long ago and my daughter was loving it. This neighborhood is wonderful, and this is one of the most highly sought after places that people want to be in all over the place. So I'm really excited to be able to show you this house, and I'm sure that as we do more higher price point videos, I just drove by one that was listed north of $1 million, and so really you can find prices as low as in the 4 to 5s, and then as high as north of $1 million. So hey, I wanted to say thanks so much for taking the time to walk with me today and to see all these different neighborhoods. Gilbert really in the 500s is where things kind of start to shine. In Mesa, I know we've talked about how the 4 to 500 is really kind of its sweet spot. In Gilbert, 5 to 6 and really starting to get above is where Gilbert shines. And so hope you've enjoyed it. If there's any way that I can be a resource for you, I've bought and sold a ton of houses with people in Gilbert, and so I would love to answer any questions you may have about areas or schools or restaurants or entertainment centers, anything like that. I would love to be here for you. So be sure to shoot me a text, give me a call, or write me an email. And if you've gotten value out of this, would you please subscribe to the channel? I'm committed to continuing to make these videos for you just to kind of show you the neighborhood and to give you a feel for what life is like here living in Phoenix. And so thanks so much for taking the time. We will drive around and I will see you on our next video.